Femme House fam, what's happening? It is her mix a lot. You are back for another episode of Femme House Radio. We are with Roselle. Roselle, what's happening?
Hey, peace. How's it going? My name is Roselle. I like to say that I DJ. I'm not a DJ. I'm a human, and these are some of the
So,
things that I enjoy. So, yeah, this is like an outlet for me that I've really enjoyed expressing.
I love that you are a person that does things, not a person who lets things do you, right? You feel me?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yes.
Tell me how you
Thank you.
got to this moment. Like, what's your origin story? What brought you to this exact moment of us talking here today?
Yeah. So I'm gonna try to keep it succinct, but yeah, I think that for speaking musically, I have been interested in music and participant of music all of my life. I played instruments starting at like 8 years old and studied music management in college and kind of lost my way and was doing more 9 to 5 work that like was not as creative as I wanted it to be. And yeah, I felt really fortunate that one of my good friends, her partner, Nando, taught me how to DJ actually just the other year. And so after or being in a place where I was really just going through a lot of like difficulty in life, like different loss, betrayal, relationship things, I realized like I couldn't control anything external or really anything around me, but I could control getting better at DJing. I could control like what I would put my focus on, and so that's like what I did, and that's where I am now.
Was the impetus like behind learning to DJ sort of all
Yeah.
those things that you mentioned, like loss,
Yeah.
difficulty, grief, all that stuff?
Yeah, no, I think it was, and then also just the want and need to find a method or channel to create again. I played like all woodwinds growing up, flute, clarinet, saxophone, and while those are beautiful instruments, I just wasn't feeling like they were giving me what I needed when I was like playing or practicing them. And with DJing, yeah, I feel like it was a chance for me to kind of like really transmute the feelings of loss and betrayal and pain. And yeah, I just really fell in love with the practice and devotion of DJing, not just like what I created, but what I learned about myself in that process. If that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes total sense, and
Yeah.
it's a cool. I've sort of been having a really similar conversation with a lot of
Mhm.
DJs that I've been speaking to lately, especially
Yeah.
the AFAB like BIPOC DJs that I've been talking to,
Yeah.
and this
Yeah.
idea of trying to sort of alchemize pain and
Uh-huh.
alchemize grief and like make sense. Not just there's so much going on in the world to try to make sense of that, to mourn, to grieve, but just like finding DJing as this sort of ritual, like this sort of
Yeah.
personal church to work through feelings and emotions and find
Absolutely.
oneself. And that's really
Yeah.
beautiful. That seems to be sort of the party line for the girlies right now.
Thank you. Yeah, no, I'm so glad that it is. And that's a great word, ritual. Ritual. It's great.
What kind of community have you found in DJing? I heard you name. Was it your friend's partner taught you?
Yes, yeah, Nando. He actually, so through him, I met most of like my current DJ community, and he hosts this Open Decks, which is now transferred to another friend at in Bushwick, and I met a lot of them just going there. It's kind of like an open mic, but Open Decks, so like you go and play for a little bit, like half-hour slots, and yeah, like it's just such a the people I'm so grateful are so kind and we just like comment on each other's sets. We're like, hey, like, I love that, or like that idea or choice. And um, yeah, it's kind of become like a family. And I actually just kind of joined, we're kind of making this collective, four of us, and it's called Renegade. And I'm really grateful to have found some community in this practice that can be sort of isolating if you let it, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's crazy because it is a very singular process, right? You're quite
Yeah.
literally up there, even in doing the prep, right? Like you're crate digging
Yeah.
by yourself. You're setting up your sets by yourself. You're up there by yourself, and also you're by yourself as a part of a collective that is depending on you to like
Yeah.
set the vibes of the collective. It's the
Yeah.
juxtaposition, like the dichotomy of that is really it's unique.
It is definitely, definitely. But yeah, I feel like yeah, it's been nice to kind of like cultivate the self practice and then come into community more. I think that that's like such it's a piece that we all need, and I think was missing so much, especially as we went through the pandemic, like in the beginning of this decade. And yeah, I just feel so grateful to find souls that like connect in the same way as me.
Do you still pop up at open decks?
I do every once in a while. I actually though like so it's been difficult. Like while I've found and fell into this like great love, I've also been kind of feeling restricted. I was in an accident last August, a car accident. I was a passenger and have had different sustained injuries, like with like my neck that kind of goes down into my shoulder, and so I'm not playing out as much as I would like to, but I am really liking the opportunities to slowly like work on a mix or like flesh out ideas, then present them. But I do every once in a while, and if it even if it's just to listen to what everyone's doing, just to connect in person, I really I find that really nourishing.
Has being in an accident sort of like fundamentally changed? I imagine it's changed a lot of things, but has it
Yeah,
changed how you're in relationship with DJing? Just thinking about how
absolutely.
much in your body you have to be to DJ,
Yeah,
and especially just
absolutely.
period, like just practicing or whatever, right? But like if you are, at a party or
Yeah.
on a stage, what's it been like navigating the changes that I imagine that the accident has wrought?
Yeah, no, it's definitely permeated through my entire life and being. And as frustrating as it is, on my best days, I'm really grateful for having this kind of reality check in ways, and understanding how precious the body is, and like you said, how much we move, how much we use it and move for DJing. Yeah, I think that my relationship specifically to DJing has changed in that like I have to space out and respect my body and how it's feeling at the on the day or at that specific time. And I can't just practice for like 5, 6 hours like I did before. I have to really like space things out, make sure that I'm like outside, not like looking down and doing the thing that causes tech neck. And yeah, I played a festival in Brooklyn in August, the Pan African Festival, and um, yeah, I just have to be very mindful of posture, which I think is like something that we aren't always thinking about just in everyday life. It's really easy to slouch, whether we're on our phones or sitting on the subway, wherever. And so I've really had to be more mindful of that in my approach to playing as well.
How has like your personal identity shown up in your DJ practice and your musical practice?
I think, yeah, I think it shines through. I am Black and Native American, and a lot of the work that I did prior to kind of evolving into DJing was talking about identity and talking about my tribe and the original stewards of Martha's Vineyard Island, which is an island off of the coast of Massachusetts on the east coast of the United States. And yeah, I think so many of the sounds and the ideas that I choose to present in a mix or in playing have to do with resistance or have to do with the connection to like tribal sounds or drumming or the African diaspora. So I think that that all comes together and like is heard in my selection.
Music as resistance. Can you tell me more
Yeah.
about sort of that ethos?
Yeah. I mean, I think, yeah, I believe like music is resistance and we're its stewards. And um, music is a powerful thing. I think that that's been known since kind of the dawn of time, and why artists are so important because at our best, we have a message, and we're trying to not just subscribe to what's put in front of us. And yeah, I think some of the most powerful things, like looking at like Kendrick Lamar's halftime show and seeing examples of um, kind of like coded but not coded language, musical language presented to people, to kind of like change perspective or give people like a broader perspective in what they're seeing or living every day.
What's your message?
My message is that love is stronger than hate, and hope is stronger than fear, and um, together, if we resist, we can overcome.
How are you communicating that message sonically with this mix that everybody's going to hear?
Yeah. In this specific mix, I think that I really tried to make choices that feel like easy to understand. And a lot of, I think, the song choices um, are harmonically pleasant um, in like the simplest terms. And I think that also just the thread and idea of the mix is kind of this starting place of being in a feeling of despair. And then that kind of grows into like with the harmonic changes, like feeling of hope. And I also like tried sampling a little bit for the first time, and a voice note that's very dear to me. I had included that in as well, and I think that, and I hope that it provides the same sense of a light at the end of the tunnel as it does for me when I listened to it the first time, and as I listen to it now.
What do you say to folks that are listening to this mix at quite a specific time in the world, with what's happening in Gaza, what's happening in Sudan, with the
Yeah,
hurricanes in the Caribbean? Just like
yeah,
there seems to be not there's no seems to be about it. There is so much pain in the world. There's so much suffering in the world right now. What do you say to the folks listening to this mix, looking for hope and hoping for hope, and just sort of searching for joy where there
mm.
seems there is?
I think that what's coming to me currently is that hope and the ability to overcome like is lives within us all. And just even like listening to like what I create and with this mix that I put time into and thought into and love into, like that is an example of transmuting experience and transmuting feelings and transmuting what I feel and see currently. And that's something that anybody in any way can do. I think that so often we can feel discouraged from that practice because it is a practice, right? And I think that we are really cut off from that as we age, and we're kind of like put into these buckets and like a part of this system. And I think that even yeah, finding ways to practice creation in small ways like that is an act of resistance. So,
Hmm. Wise
yeah,
words. Wise words to end on. And you know what? Like transmutation and alchemy have just they keep coming up for me in my personal orbit. So I might have to
yeah,
sit with some medicine this weekend and really like chew on that. Yeah.
yeah. That sounds nice. That sounds great.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for everything that you do for the community, everything that you do just to make music better, make the world better, the ways that you show up, in spite of your injuries and in spite of your pain, the way you channel that into joy, resistance for the rest of us is really, really special and needed and appreciated.
Thank you. That means so much. Thank you for your contributions as well, and thank you for speaking with me. I really, really appreciate this conversation.
Thank you for speaking with me, Femme House Fam, the one, the only Roselle. Fuck with us. I'm her Mix a Lot. See you next time. Peace.